Tommy Fancutt, back on. It's been pretty much a year since we spoke officially in this format. We've been keeping in touch a little bit.
It was like May, right?
Yeah, and then you came back at one point. No, for AI, and you stayed one night at my house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Helped
great.
out a fellow traveller.
Yes. No, good stuff. And you've just come off court of like an hour ago or so.
Yep.
Just won your first round qualies and singles, and then you got doubles as number 2 seeds.
Yep.
How's the match today?
It was a challenging one today because I was coming off being in Asia for 2 months, and the balls are much lighter. They fly. I actually forgot. I was saying to my coach, I can't believe how heavy the Australian ball is. Like, you just forget, because I haven't played in Australia literally since the start of the year. And I was struggling to like get the ball over the net, to be honest. But I made the adjustment, and I've been playing good, so I kind of got there in the end.
Yeah. What's it like for you where you focus purely on doubles, but you get out there and have a crack in singles a bit too? Do you just play pretty free? Are you not so worried about results? How does it affect kind of the mentality in singles when you're really focusing on being a double specialist?
Yeah. For me, now when I do get a sniff at singles, at challenges, I'm just thinking about the dollars, to be honest. Like, if I win, I double my money, and it just adds up. But once I get on the court, and it's the instinct's still there. Like, I'm still super hungry, and I've got a big ego on court, and like, I don't want to go out there and just get snipped or lose. Like, I want to win every time I get a chance to be on the court. But my schedule is towards doubles. But when I'm on the singles court, like, that fire like comes out for sure. Yeah.
Do you play a lot more serve volley coming in all the time because you're playing a lot of doubles? Does it change the way you play singles a little bit?
It does, for sure. I think I wouldn't say I serve volley that much in singles, but I definitely return differently because I take on more second serve returns, whereas when I used to play singles more often, I would stand a lot deeper and just make returns, whereas now I'm super aggressive on second serves as if there's someone at the net. So
that makes sense.
I really use it as dubs prep.
Yeah.
And I feel like it actually makes me better.
Yeah.
Because I'm more aggressive. I feel like I'm putting more pressure on my opponent now.
Yeah, I love it. So it's been pretty much a full year. When we spoke last, you were still really giving singles a crack, and your ranking was looking pretty good. Now it's been essentially this whole year focusing just on doubles. Is that correct?
Yep.
And what's that been like? How's the scheduling been? How's the year been? Some memorable moments. Let's get stuck in.
No, it's been my biggest year on tour, and it's been very challenging for sure. Made the tough decision. Sat down with my coach, Blazo, at the end of last year, and kind of had a hard conversation, where do I really see myself at singles? And we had the discussion that, it was time to transition towards doubles. And I was happy with it. He was happy with it. So, yeah, we sat down, busted out a schedule. I was ranked about, I think, 280 or 310 or something at the start of the year. So I started with a challenger, made a semi. That helped. And then I ended up playing like 250s, but at the start of the year, the cuts are nails for challenges. So I had to mix it with futures and whatever challenger I can get into. So my schedule was nuts at the start of the year. I went like Namibia, New Zealand, and then I went to California to play 2. Then I went to like New York or Cleveland, and then couldn't get into any European challenges, so I had to play a 15 in Tunisia, a 25 in Tunisia, and then I went Tunisia to Scotland, and then I went Scotland to Portugal, and then I'm sitting in Portugal, and my partner at the time, and it was like, look, it's either 25 or we go to Rwanda for 250Ks, and he's like, I'm not going to Rwanda, and I was like, I don't really want to go to Rwanda either, but that's the only tournament we can get into, so I had to bite the bullet, and went to the middle of Africa to play.
Wow. How is Africa, man? Is that a wild experience?
Yeah, it's literally like the heart of Africa, it's called. I didn't even know like Rwanda was really a country before I saw it on the schedule. And I went there, and it's pretty wild. Like, you're in this center in the middle of this like random university. You walk in, there's like guys with AK-47s. You go through full security to get in. You're playing on like this like kind of like mud tennis court. It's altitude, like it's wild. And it's just a bunch of like really good mix of tennis players playing in these conditions. And I ended up winning my first challenger title there. So it's like, it'll always be special to me, but I'm not in a hurry to go back to Rwanda.
Rwanda's in your heart, but you're not going back.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, you've been all over the place this year. How have you actually gone with this much travel? Is this the most you've ever traveled?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, and how have you gone with this much travel and just like being in so many different places in 1 year?
At the first 4 months it was tough. I really sacrificed my mental space there. But it was to achieve what I wanted to achieve, which was to kind of get inside 200. So then once I cracked through and won Rwanda, I was inside 200. And then I flew to Mexico. Yeah. And then I won another 50. And then I was kind of well inside 180. And then from there, it's been a full challenger schedule. And then once I came home after 4 months, I was pretty gassed, but I could see kind of the light of being in the Charlie Tour. And from then, the travel's been, I say this to people, it's been easier because I can kind of see the progression, and the Challenger Tour is just so nice. You get looked after so well.
Yeah. So how has it been fully on the Challenger Tour compared to the Futures Tour for doubles? Is it profitable? How do you get looked after? And let's dive in.
Yeah. So with the Challengers, you get full accommodation as long as you're in the tournament. But there's a little loophole for dubs guys. If you stay with another doubles guy, you get from Sunday to Saturday guaranteed. So if you lose Wednesday, you're still good. So if you're sneaking into qualifying on Sunday, you get Saturday night accommodation. So there's been 6-7 weeks in a row where I haven't paid a night's accommodation.
Game changer.
Which is just massive, $350 a week saved. And if you're playing in America or you're playing in some places in Europe, you're not getting a room for less than 110 Aussie a night. So that's been massive. And just the stress of, on Tuesday, I go to Tennis Uno, which is the Challenger ATP organization site. And I just log, I'm here for this time. And some places do airport pickups. You just log it on Tuesday and it's done for next week.
Awesome.
So instead of hustling and being oh, hey mate, do you want to share a room? Three guys in Airbnb, that last minute hustle. And then you got to play a match the next day.
Yeah. Because we talked about that a lot last time, just the amount of hustle and grinding and being savvy with these sort of things. Do you feel like now you've been able to really dedicate your focus to being on court because a lot of this other stuff is sorted in the background?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going out. Yeah, I'm playing a doubles match on Tuesday or Wednesday. It's when the Challengers doubles is. And if I'm staying, I've been staying with my mate Matthew Romulos from Melbourne. We stay a lot of weeks together. And obviously I want to win. I'm nervous that first round, but I'm not thinking if I lose, I'm on my ass and I'm paying for a hotel for 3 nights because it's booked till Saturday. Mm-hmm. And I've got free breakfast buffet in the morning, and then a lot of the 100K pluses, they have lunch given to you as well. So yeah, you can actually play tennis on the channel. Obviously there's stress in making ranking jumps and you've got those pressures, but that pressure you feel on the futures of, 3 meals a day, and then organizing accommodation is gone.
Yeah.
Which makes you play freer.
Yeah. So when let's say you lose a first round, for example, do you end up still staying through? Yeah. Or do you just leave? Do you just practice for the week?
Yeah, so I'd probably, if I had a bad week and I lost Tuesday or Wednesday for doubles, I'd probably stay until Friday, and then, or maybe even Saturday morning, and then I leave. Because, let's say I lose Wednesday and I'm in qualies on Sunday. I'll just stay until Saturday morning, and I'll just free ACOM here, free ACOM the next one. Yeah.
Love it. And what are you working on your doubles? So how do you feel like you've improved from the start of the year to now? What sort of things are you doing in your game? Is it net related? Is it positioning related? Is it serving related? Where do you feel like you've made your actual biggest improvements?
Yeah, I was a bit naive going into doubles last year. I was just I'm good at it. I get results. And it was just serve big, take cuts or returns, and then everything is just kind of random. And that the more I've kind of dived into tennis and been around guys who've been top 100, it's so much more about positioning. I've learned just being a better serve partner has been huge in my development early on. And now it's like, you know, being a good return partner, you know, if they do hit a good return, pressing and being in the right position. Also kind of a smarter serving. It's so much more like chess than I thought. And you're having set plays on short juices. And there's so many like little strategic things because there's so many matches that are decided by short juices and supers. And you're like, oh, it's total random or luck. It's no. These guys who are top 50, top 100, they win more supers because they have set polished plays and they squeeze the court and they do things where they're kind of like, they're the house, like they're the casino. They're going to win more often or not.
Makes so much sense.
Because they're doing those situations.
Yeah.
It's not just random.
Yeah, 100%. It makes sense as well because you can see those set plays in action. Whereas in singles, obviously it is, but it's nothing like how much like ping pong it is, where it's like bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
So like, how do you actually organize this with partners? Is this something that you discuss prior to the tournament? Like, how do you work it out? Because you might be often changing partners.
Yeah.
Is this something you need to discuss? Like, I like doing this. What sort of plays do you run here? And actually making sure that you're running, I guess, your best plays and figuring out what those are pretty quickly. Like, how does that work?
Yeah, no, it's tough because I had a set partner for like 3 or 4 months, and we got very good at our set plays. But kind of since then, I've been kind of bouncing around partners, and it's very much like, you know, you see the guy on a Sunday or Monday, you have a hit, and it's like, oh, like where do you like returning? Like, do you like taking short juices? Like, what's your serve patterns? And it's kind of, it's weird. And then if you're playing with a singles guy,
one sec.
got a little interference.
Yeah.
Come on, mate.
Hello, mate. Hello. Are
You can join if you want.
What's your schedule? Available till leaving probably in half an hour. Okay, done. Alright, we'll wrap up.
You sit here if you want.
Might join, isn't it? I'll be in touch soon. Yeah, cool. So rudely interrupted by the great school Kate.
Interesting.
No, but just like figuring out how your partner works in the short space of time when you don't know them very well.
Yeah. And also, you know, you're such a mix of players, like European guys and Asian guys. Some guys are really quiet, keep to themselves.
Yeah.
Some guys like being fired up. Like I was playing with an Australian guy for a couple of weeks, and he's very much likes being fired up. Mm-hmm. And then the next 2 weeks, I played with a Japanese guy who's kind of super low key, just kind of like does his job, and it's almost just kind of keeping him happy. So I feel like I'm very conscious of how do I make my partner better. Mm-hmm. And then sometimes guys don't like set plays because it puts more pressure on them. Sometimes the guys just like they don't like being told where to return or to cross or not. It's just like you kind of just let them do their own thing. Yeah.
What do you prefer though in a partner? When you've had, I guess, your favorite partners or someone that you really gel with, what does that look like for you?
I definitely like a bit of energy here and there, and I like having fun on court. Like if guys are like kind of crafty and hit good shots, have a laugh and stuff, like I enjoy that. Yeah, like a sick pass or a tween or log. Yeah. Like I hate when guys hit like a scary shot and there's like no emotion. I'm like, come on, bro, give me something. Give me something. Everybody's like stone cold. You hit this insane shot and you're just looking around. I know you post your highlights a little bit. Yeah. I always love checking in with a highlight you post on the story. Always. And then you hit this insane shot and then they're giving you nothing, man. Giving nothing. Can't be like that. For example, like look at like when Rinky and Coombs won AO. Yeah. They're having so much fun every match. Yeah. You could see them like they like a scary return. They're just like smiling and laughing. Yeah. And that's why they did so well. And I mean, even Thanasi and Nick when they won AO. Yeah. Just having fun. Like, that's a tennis. It's the chemistry, hey. It's chemistry, yeah. And they're just having fun. Like that's when I feel like I'm playing my best tennis and it's the best tennis to watch. Yeah, that's when you realize that doubles is a completely different sport to singles. Completely different. Yeah. And you ride those momentum shifts and just the waves with your partner, and just when you're gelling and when you're hot. There's nothing like it. Doubles is so fun when it's just rolling. It's electric. Yeah. And some of the shots, like some singles can just be so repetitive. Like they're very, very, very good at the basics, but doubles can just be so random. And like so many shots you just like don't see, and you're like, oh wow, that was an epic shot. Yeah.
Do you think there's an audience for doubles growth? Like where do you think it's heading? You've been on the Challenger Tour for a while now. What do you reckon? Like, is it becoming more manageable to become a doubles pro? And where do you think it's heading?
Well, I'll answer the heading one first. The ATP aren't particularly.
They make it harder or something? What's the situation?
I don't think it's really in their future plan, like to promote it and make it bigger, which is there's been a lot of rumblings on the tour about that, which is sad, but I don't think it's going anywhere soon. But they're trying to make it so less players are making a living off doubles, which is kind of sad because it's such a good product. I feel like they just need to promote the product more, because I've played matches in, for example, in Mexico. Every doubles match is electric. Everyone's watching, going nuts, cheering every point, like so entertained. I mean, there's such a, and they're even playing club tennis in Europe this year in Germany.
So fun.
Yeah, every doubles match, like they're so into it. And they like, I'm coming off matches and people are like, I loved watching that match. Like it's such a good product. It just needs the right promotion. Yeah. Like they do with the next gen singles guys. They can do that for doubles. Like they can profile teams and they can build something around them.
I reckon they absolutely could, for sure. Yeah. So pretty successful year this year. What are the plans next year? You just keen to go again, just do it even better? What are some goals? Where are you wanting to take it, man?
Yeah, so at the moment I'm about 130 in the world for dubs. So the biggest goal for me to finish this year, last 6 challenges, would be to finish top 100, which is a pretty big task. But I mean, I'm all in, so hopefully I can do that. If not, if I can finish inside 110, it'll be huge. And then have a preseason, and then starts pretty much January 1st or even last day of December, and then straight into it. And I'm hungry. Like I can really see myself cracking through the top 80 in doubles, and everything for me with my coach and me is towards how can I be direct into Wimbledon next year.
Love it.
That's always been my goal, to play Wimbledon, main draw, singles or doubles.
Elite.
So that's the pinnacle goal for me. And then but first top 100 is the first one I got to kick off. And then I've been so fortunate to be healthy this year. The physios at these challenger events are just world class, and they always have time for the players. So I'm getting so much treatment done each week. I'm eating well. It's a bit of a less stress playing doubles as well on the body. So I can, this has been my biggest year playing wise. I think I'm going to end up playing like 37 events. Which I don't think I've ever gotten past like 27, 26.
Yeah.
So I'm super keen to finish this year and then just have a massive year next year. And
and you got some savings?
Yeah. I finally have some savings.
So like decent year for you. Now do you feel like you're topped up and you can actually go again with some funds behind you? Not so stressed around that financial position and whether you can go again or not?
Yeah, no, I'm actually in the green, which is amazing.
We love that.
Well, yeah, which is amazing. Like literally if I had someone covering my flights, I'd be very, very, very well in the green. So anyone wants to cover my flights, let me know.
We just need a flight sponsor.
Yeah. If you want to save me 22 grand a year on flights.
Insane. Can't get past that. 22
grand. It's literally, I think I saw it's like 55% of my expenses this year is flights. So yeah, that hurts, but
it's all part of it, man. You can't do it without it.
Yeah, I mean it's just a given. Like you can complain about it, but it's always going to be there. But yeah, so I feel like I'm in the green now, and after these 6 weeks, I'll be even more in the green. So
love it.
Going into December with less stress going into the new year is huge.
Is there a way that you can play this next Aussie Open?
For sure.
What would need to happen for you to get a real shot at it?
I think to have any consideration for a wildcard, I have to be top 100, which is fair enough for doubles. But it's up to Tennis Australia to see who they like, to be honest. Obviously they kind of put singles guys as priority, but I just want to be top 100 so I can be in the conversation.
Yeah.
And if it falls my way, epic. If it doesn't, like I'm in a great spot to start next year anyway.
100%. 100%. Yeah. Who would your ideal partner would be? for the Aussie Open if you had one?
I mean, I'd love to steal Coobs from Rinky, just because he's a Gold Coast boy as well with me.
Yeah, and you guys are trained so much together.
Yeah, good mates, and that would be epic. But there's so many good players. Pretty spoiled for choice in Australia at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got like 10 guys in the top 100 of singles. They're playing with someone like Vukic would be amazing. Just
nice.
Guys who's got a rocket. Someone like Duckworth and O'Connell, and maybe team up with Romios to full dubs guys. That'd be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely sport for choice in Oz.
Yeah, love it, man. Well, dude, you kicking goals, man. It's been so good to see your progression. Keep posting those highlights. Keep bringing that flair. That backwards cap is still rocking.
Yeah.
And dude, let's see if you can go all the way this week.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah, love it, man. I love the confidence. I love where your head's at. And yeah, man, let's keep it rolling.
We'll do, mate.
All the best.
Cheers, mate.